sorry.
Up, go. Up.
Hi all, welcome back to ABR Loons, and in this short episode it's northern Senegal down to Gambia via Dakar, and full of traffic chaos in Dakar, ferries that don't turn up, walking with lions, and of course don't forget the good old corrupt Senegal officials. Enjoy! So we made our way south in northern Senegal and came across some vultures. And by the way, they weren't these vultures. So welcome to Dakar. We've just been stopped by the local gendarme who said we're speeding in the town, which we aren't. And anyway, this guy's taken our driving licences and our V5C, and he's demanding 100,000 CFA each, which is a fair few quid. Anyway, I've tried the spearmint's trick and he's become my new friend, and so far I've managed to haggle him down to 20,000 CFA each. But he's still not having it that I won't pay anything for doing nothing wrong. But they are corrupt here, so I'm going to give it a little bit longer, stick it out, see what happens. So there goes the policeman walking ahead of you, who's just fined us for nothing because they're so corrupt. This is Senegal for you, and he originally wanted 200,000 CFA, which I can't remember what that is, and then in the end he took our V5 off us, our driving licences, wouldn't let us go. I gave him some mints. All of a sudden he became my best friend, but he still insisted on money, and I managed to get him down to 15,000 total from 200,000. Worked out about, I don't know, 20 quid maybe, something like that. Anyway, that's the end of that. There's our first experience of the corrupt police of Senegal. Oh, the joy. So Paul grabbed some pictures of colourful pots and pans as we head on into Dakar to get our carnet stamped, as we only had a short permit from when we entered the border.
This is the entrance to Dakar. Progress. Right, we want to go over there now. How are you getting on? Over. Okay. Keep following me. And in. How's that left?
This just gives you a little indication of the traffic chaos to get into the port at Dakar, where we had to attend to get our carnets stamped to remain legal in the country.
Roundabout to take the third exit. Go on. He's not going to, is he now? Dakar! Madness!
Anyway, latest news on the getting stopped by the old bill in Senegal was I eventually haggled down to 15. You know what? I'm losing my mind here. 15,000 CFA total for the two of us, which I was quite proud about, really, when you consider it started off at 400,000. He wasn't going to let us go with nothing, and he was going to keep hold of our driving licences and other stuff. So anyway, cost us equivalent to 20 quid, but we got off away from Senegal, and we're now having our carnet stamped in Dakar. wrong with that at all.
Tonight was our first night wild camping, or so we thought. Then we bumped into the park ranger that said, "Stay at mine. There's a kettle here, there's a shower, there's a toilet, oh there's soap and towels. Don't mind the lions and the hyenas that are just over there, or the rhinoceros that walk through, and the monkeys that come through camp. You'll be fine, just don't leave anything out that the monkeys can take." So we're not wild camping, and we're actually staying on a game reserve, which is absolutely fantastic, and you can hear the birds and everything else. Brilliant.
Sorry.
Up, go. Up.
So here we go. We're right on the border with Gambia. That's it. Right on the border with Gambia and Senegal. We've decided now we're going to go through Gambia and onto the embassy in Zig and obtain a visa for Guinea-Bissau, and then on to Senegal, back into Senegal on the southern side via Guinea-Bissau. We're trying to shorten the distance as much as we can in Conakry because there are apparently still fuel issues, but we have to get to Conakry, the city, because that's the only place now, reading all the reports, that we can get the Côte d'Ivoire Ivory Coast visa. So it's a real pain in the backside. En route we're going to look for more fuel canisters and water bottles to fill up with fuel. We're going to see what we can store as much as humanly possible to get us in and out of Conakry. We doubt we'll get the whole trip, but we've got to do as much as we can. So anyway, that's it today. So we're off to the Gambia border. We're off to the Gambia border, which has issues of its own apparently, so wish us luck. Here we go. So we're back on the road again, heading south towards the Gambia border. Paul decides that he's definitely seen some crocodiles and needs to take a picture of them, which turned out to be logs. And in his usual manner, stops every 300 yards to take pictures of trees. And then we get to the Gambia border. Anyway, I think I'm getting quite good at this, but we're still getting stiffed. So we turn up at the Senegalese side and handed in my passport and the carnet and the V5C, and then he wanted to charge us 5,000 CFA each. Anyway, I argued the toss for ages as usual, and in the end he gave me my passport and stuff back and said go away and speak to someone else, but I'm not stamping it. So very man, he spoke French and I spoke English, and I'm trying to use Google Translate. Cut long story short, I then appealed to him again, and then somehow got him to stamp mine and Paul's passports without even seeing Paul, for just 5,000 CFA in total. So possibly we've still been ripped off, but yeah, it's not much money anyway, it's a few quid. So that was the Senegalese side, and then we get into the Gambia side where they speak English, hurrah! And there was 3 officers I had to go to here. Anyway, the difficult one was, God knows who they are, but there was 3 women sitting there who wanted to look at the carnets and then stamp them, although they've already been stamped in the same place, and then wanted to charge 5,000 CFA or euros, or 50 euros each for that. Anyway, I argued and argued and argued very politely and told them that I have all the information from the British Embassy that we don't pay any money here for carnet, and then they got the police involved, and then I still politely argued the case, and in the end they got so bored of me they told me to go and get my passport stamp and come back. So I went back, and then they virtually threw me carnets at me and said off you go, ta-ra. So I must be getting better at it. So there you go, welcome to Gambia, where for all this hassle, which you've got to go through again to get out for a day, if that. Ta-ra. People walking out from between the cars. Yeah. Ferry? Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you. Hi, how are you? I just asked, is this the way to the ferry? I'm getting to the ferry, mate, and then sort it out. When we get off, there'll be places there that it's all sandy down here. Going left here. Yeah, this is the ferry. Yeah.
From this side.
Okay.
The time here you buy the ticket. Then you just arrive, you pay, huh? It's okay now. Now, this day you can buy the ticket there.
Thank you. Tell me where to buy the ticket, mate.
This day you can buy the ticket.
You're right behind, are you?
Yeah.
Alright, keep an eye on everything, yeah?
Leon. You buy the ticket quickly, but the ticket is standing. You need some change money?
No, thanks, mate, we're alright. Yeah, I'll sort it out. You're okay, I'm okay, mate. Thank you very much.
On this side. Why are you going to go? Sorry. Let them move, let them move. Go there, I can buy the tickets.
Tickets, ferry. So, what we didn't realise was, having just turned up, is that the ferry's about to leave. You can just see people there running now. They're running to actually embark onto the ferry, as all the vehicles have already been loaded. Sadly, we didn't make it. So we managed to get the tickets and shoot straight down to where the front of the ferry was, just to be told there's no room for us to get on. And then we watched it just sail off into the distance. So we sat around for hours and hours watching the locals doing their thing. I did a little review on the Motors adventure and tractionated GPS rear tyre before eventually falling asleep against the bike. And then we decided we'd give up, and we shot back inland into Gambia and wild camped overnight, just looking at the stars over the bike cover.